Hi.
Hey dolls and friends, welcome back and thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. If you're new here, my name is Amber Michon and I do weekly DIYs and hauls. If you're not new, hey doll, hey. So today's video, I have my first round of fall DIYs for you. I absolutely love how they all turned out. They were all Pinterest, Kirkland inspired, and I really do love them. I hope you guys do enjoy them. I'm not really going for a specific color theme or scheme this year, so you're gonna find a whole bunch of different themes and color schemes in my DIYs. I just kind of have all of these ideas, put them down on paper, and just want to start getting them out for you guys. Thank you. With that being said, if you enjoyed this video, love what you see, and also love all things home decor DIY on a budget, I would love if you would consider subscribing and hitting the bell right next to it so you're notified every time that I upload. Alright dolls, let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, starting off, I am making this gorgeous fall wreath. So from Dollar Tree, I have this circular wire form. It comes with a bunch of like pins or clamps for pictures. So I just removed the other pictures and the clamps that were on here. And then I am taking my wire cutter and just cutting all of those rods off of here and all of like the little circular pieces. This took me a little bit of time and a little bit of force, but just be very careful when you do this because you could cut yourself, because the wire, when they come off the rods, it's still a very sharp piece. And then I'm also using these eyeballs. I got these last year from Dollar Tree during Halloween, but I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find them here coming up, which is why I'm using them, because I know that you guys will be able to find them. If you can't find them, I've seen other crafters use golf balls. So the first thing I did is drilled holes in my eyeballs. Now they come with a hole already like there. I don't know if it's purposely drilled in there, but it's already a hole. So I just used that as a marker for where I was gonna drill the rest of my holes. And then I just pushed my drill up to line it up so that way it is even holes. Do you get it? So I can put it through the now wreath form. So once all of my holes are drilled in my eyeballs, I set those aside and I cut my wire form. I just randomly choose a spot because nothing is going to be perfect, because when I put these in there, I should have actually used a larger drill bit because I had to kind of shimmy them over the bumps where I cut those metal rods down. So it was a little bit of time and I wanted to make sure I didn't cut any of my fingers. So I just kind of shimmied them and like twisted them until they were over all of the humps. And I used 2 bags of these eyeballs, and I think I want to say 10 come in a pack, and I think I didn't use 4 of them. So that gives you a sense. You can use however many you want, though, whatever look you're going for. This is what it all looks like once all of them are on there. But they're still really they still move a lot. So what I'm going to do to rectify that is first close this up, and I'm using just a piece of wire that I got from another sign from Dollar General, I believe. I just took it off. It was a hanger for a sign, and I just wrapped up the ends of my wreath form now. Now I'm using my wood glue to connect all of my eyeballs, and I want to make sure that I have all of my eyeballs, excuse Isaiah, I want to make sure I have all my eyeballs looking up, because that is going to be the smoother side. On the bottom side, they have writing on them. So I just made sure that I didn't have writing on the side that I wanted to show. So after I put a generous amount of wood glue in between each of the eyeballs, I just tightly kept them together for a couple of minutes. This is fast drying wood glue, but I did let it sit overnight to dry. And this is what it looks like after it's done. It doesn't move at all. They just are there. Then I took it outside to spray paint it with my heirloom white spray paint. This is what it looks like after one coat, because that's seriously all I could put on there. I was going for a different look, but I decided to take this honeycomb acrylic paint from Folk Art and just go ahead and give my balls 3 paint coats. So the heirloom white, I really wanted that soft, like off-white color or cream color, but it just didn't work. So I had to take it in a different direction and paint it a different color, which is fine because it looks like natural wood beads on here, which I absolutely love the way that it turned out. But I did have to give these balls 3 paint coats on both sides. Also want to make sure you give it like a smooth like brush finish so it doesn't look like it's paint brushes all over it. But this is what it looks like after it is all dry. Now I'm going to use a lot of florals. So I just picked up these florals from Walmart. These are eucalyptus. I just had them in my haul a few days ago. And then last year I still have a bunch of these picks out with cotton and some burlap leaves and some pumpkins. So I'm just kind of using an assortment of these items, and I'm just going to cut down my eucalyptus leaves. And then I am going to take this burlap ribbon. I actually picked this up from Kroger and last year, and I still had a little bit left, so I thought it would be perfect to wrap it around as a base for me to attach my florals. You can totally hot glue your florals directly onto the wire and the metal, but I don't really like that. I feel like sometimes it slips off, and I'd rather have it attached to like some fabric. So that's what I did. All I did was just arrange my florals the way that my eyes were happy and I saw fit. So yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys enjoy me putting this together in hyper speed. Once I had everything set where I wanted, this wreath is done. What I love about this is that you can do this sideways. You can do it where the florals are on the bottom, or like the pumpkins are on the bottom or on the top. Either way you want to hang this, 3 different ways, it's going to look gorgeous. And I absolutely love this. You guys know I love making wreaths, and for fall, I am going to go crazy. Next up, I have this wood pumpkin that I love. So I actually have a bunch of scrap wood. We just got our deck redone in our backyard, and they left a bunch of wood pieces. So I was super excited about it. Just threw all of it in the garage, and I'm going to use them for these pieces for this wood pumpkin. So I took 5 pieces, I lined them up, but pushed one up a little bit higher so that way it would act as my middle, like for my stem for my pumpkin. Then I just marked down where I needed to cut the other 4 and used my miter saw box and then just cut those down. Took a little bit of force because these are some thick pieces of wood, and I'm not used to working with this thick of pieces of wood. So lesson learned, need to get some other tools. Then I took my sanding paper, which I need to get a sanding block or a sanding, like, you know, electric thing or something. I don't know. The paper did just fine. I just sanded down the edges of each of these pieces and then took out the paper and the staples that were in the ends. Then I move on to applying a generous amount of wood glue on this. I actually only let this set for, it was dry after like probably an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and it's sturdy, like it's not going anywhere. So like I said, this is fast drying wood glue, and I absolutely love it. So basically that's all I did, is just kind of stacked it up so that it had some weight to set and like stick to one another. That's why I'm kind of doing it in this vertical way, and then I just push it together once it's all done. After it is dry, I take my Rust-Oleum linen white chalk paint and give that just one good coat. I wanted it less, I didn't want it to have so much coverage, but I was like talking to Caleb at this time, so I really like put too much paint on it, but it's okay. I just rectify that. So with this one, I just kind of take 3 different colors, and I just take chippy brushes and just dry brush all of my paint on there. So this color is Admiral Blue. Then I'm going back with my, what color is this? It's like a caramel brown. No, this is honeycomb. Yeah, this is honeycomb. And I just paint the top of the stem with that. And then I take my finger sander, sand it down just to give it that distressed, worn look. And I really love how it's coming, but I wanted more colors. So I took this harvest orange color and distressed a couple of them. And then I took some more blue and went back and forth. Then I also took my burgundy color and then distressed the middle of that. I just wanted it a bunch of different colors, kept going back over it with that honeycomb just so it could all blend together really, really nicely. And then went back with my finger sander and just kept going until my eyes were happy with the way that it looked. Now from Dollar Tree, I picked up a few different colors of raffia that it was new to me. So I have this brown color, which is the regular color, and then like this burgundy color and this green color. And so I just cut down a few of the pieces, or just a bunch for each color, and then just kind of mixed it all together. Took a piece of jute twine, tied that together, and then wrapped it around itself a few times, and then hot glued it off for it to stay in place. And then I just hot glued that to the front of the pumpkin, right underneath the stem where that honeycomb paint color is. So just the stem, yeah, obviously. So I hot glued it underneath the stem. And then I also have this, what is this, beaded like garland. It comes out for in Dollar Tree during Christmas. So I had some greenery and a honeycomb, a pine cone, and I didn't like the greenery, so that's why I took the beaded garland, wrapped it around my index finger a few times, and took it off so it's nice and spirally, and then hot glued it to the top corner of my stem, and then hot glued the pine cone on the opposite side underneath that like messy ribbon. I really, really love how this turned out. That's it for this one. Super, super easy and not a lot of effort. I love how it turned out. It's so rustic, it's so farmhouse, and I just love all the pops of color it has. Next, we're moving on to this super easy fall mason jar. I absolutely love the simplicity of this. So from Dollar Tree, they have these galvanized mason jars, and they have houses and some other things. So I'm just going to use that. And then what I also do is cut out in my Cricut Fall Sweet Fall, and this is Porch Chair font. So if you want to know, it's Porch Chair font. And then all I did was cut that so that way I could center it. So when I cut it off of my Cricut Joy, it, kind of lined up on the left side, but I wanted the sweet to be a little centered. So that's why I cut it down into 3 pieces. Then I just put it all on one piece of my transfer tape, and then I put it directly on the front of that mason jar. Now I do make a mistake and put it on the wrong side of the mason jar because you see the screws in there, and I'm trying to take it off, hoping that it didn't stick, but it already stuck. So I just kind of went with it, and then I go back and change that. But first I went ahead and hot glued some jute cord onto the top of my mason jar just to give it a little bit more character, a little bit more dimension. And now I'm going to go ahead and take those screws out and just use a small screwdriver that I have, and then flip this over using my my needle nose pliers, and I just flip the bottom over and put the screws back in. Easy peasy, love it. Like I said, I love the simplicity of this, and it's just really nice, like table decor. For my next DIY, I'm making this blue truck fall sign. This was inspired from Pinterest and Kirkland's mainly. So I picked up this wood round from Amazon. It came in a pack of 5 for $19, but you can use this circular sign from Dollar Tree. I got it during the summer, like a couple months ago. You can use that. It's a little bit smaller, but it still works the same. Then I just gave this one coat of my Rust-Oleum linen white chalk paint. Then I found this truck decor from Dollar Tree a couple weeks ago, and I love it because you can just take this apart, which is exactly what I'm about to do, and you'll have 2 trucks. You got to make sure you do it carefully though, because it does split the wood on the backside as long as you just hot glue that backside down to a surface. Then I'm using this Admiral Blue and this medium gray acrylic paint. So I paint the truck using that blue color, and then I'm going to use the gray color and paint the bottom of my wheels. And then I'm also going to use my honeycomb acrylic paint color and paint like the wood crate at the top of the truck. Once that's drying, I'm going to take these laser wood cutouts from Dollar Tree as well as this burgundy and harvest orange acrylic paint color. So all I do is paint 2 of these leaves that orange color and the other 2 the burgundy color. And I just chose 2 of the variations of the 3 types of leaves in there because I thought it just matched a little bit better with the look I was going for. I'm so sorry about Isaiah, excuse him, but he is into his movie he's watching. So now that I have all of my different elements dry and everything, I went to my Cricut and cut out a bunch of different like cute fall phrases. I will have the font in my description box below because I don't remember it offhand right now. But I did apple cider, hay rides, pumpkins, bonfires, and leaves. And I also curved the font as well. That was my first time doing it. I probably could have did it just a little bit bigger to get more of that look to it. But I still love the way that it turned out. And all I did was just place them all around the wood round to cover all of like the perimeter of it. As you can see, I'm doing here. Super, super easy, y'all. And I'm so happy my paint did not peel up. Then I just placed my blue truck and my leaves all around. Just placed them until I was happy the way it looked. And then I just used hot glue to adhere everything down. And then for my hanger, I just used a piece of jute cord and a piece of craft stick that I cut off and hot glued that to the back, and that is it. Love how this turned out. So cute. Like I'm probably gonna make another one and give it away or something. I really love how this turned out. Alright dolls, that's all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this video as much as I loved creating these items. I love how they all turned out. If you did, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Be blessed, stay safe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye! Thank you. Isaiah knows a bunch of words. Isaiah, say apple.
Apple.
Say blue.
Blue.
Say white. Say red. Say mommy.
Mama.
Say daddy.
Dad.
Say Caleb.
Dad.
Say Isaiah.
Dad.
Say Nana.
Nana.
Say Papa.
Papa.
Say Grandma.
Mama.
Say Grandpa.
Papa.
As you can see, boys are back. They are ready, rocking and rolling. It's currently a day where they're home while I'm doing my intro, so that's why they're in this. Thank you. And passing me puzzle pieces. There you go. You want me to help you with your puzzle? I thought you wanted me to order pizza though.
That's what we do.
You want me to do everything, huh?